Hello everyone, welcome to day 7 of NaNoWriMo Tarot. I am your hostess with not very much actually, Sierra from East of the Moon Tarot. Today, day 7, is all about conflict. It's my favorite. Conflict drives every story, no matter what type of story it is that you're writing. There's always a problem that needs to be solved. There's always an obstacle to overcome. There's always some sort of strife or conflict or turmoil, and that's what makes stories interesting. That's what gets us engaged. We have to know who triumphs in the end and how things turn out. In honor of that, and because I am, for those of you that know me in real life, you know that I am never one to run from a fight, and I at least try to be pretty socially minded. I donned my No Justice, No Peace t-shirt in support of Black Lives Matter. If you would like to get a t-shirt just like this, they are being sold on Bonfire, which is a website kind of like Redbubble, except that the proceeds go to a nonprofit. So I don't know if they're still doing the same nonprofits. I got my shirt a lot earlier in the summer, but I know that, you know, they were all of the nonprofits were centered around Black Lives Matter and you know, things of that nature. So if you are a justice-oriented individual like myself, I recommend, you know, you got an extra $25. Who doesn't need another dope-ass t-shirt? Look, it's so good. Additionally, I decided to slather on this lovely lip color. I pre-ordered around the same time I got the shirt earlier in the summer. Color is by Lip Slut. It's called Fuck Trump. Y'all get out the vote. Okay, now that we have all of that out of the way, so today, like I said, is about conflict. Now, I didn't want to go too hard and heavy like with the deck that I used for creating the conflict in my story, because I have a feeling that the way my story is going to develop is going to be very very weird, very different. I don't think it's going to be a typical kind of conflict. So yeah, we'll just kind of have to see how it will play out. To that end, I decided to use a weird and wonderful and whimsical deck. It's kind of my token deck for this year. These are the lovely Harlequin patterned card backs, and this is the Carnival at the End of the World Tarot by Selznick and Kahn. I believe it's still available on their website, so you should go check it out, and I definitely recommend getting the companion book, which is sold separately. It's Madame Lulu's Book of Fortune. Even if you don't get the deck, if you're just somebody that really likes to read books about tarot, like, it's really beautifully written. It's very poetic. It's just got this lovely flow to it. It's weird. It's kind of grungy, you know, like this deck. It's not super uncomfortable for me, but I've had other people look at it and tell me that some of the cards made them uncomfortable, but it's just gorgeous. And it's populated by all of these really interesting characters. Check out this death card. Yeah, so for today's exercise, we are finding the conflict. I've got my lovely laptop opened here next to me so that I can check my notes. This is a 9-card spread. It's like, now that we've kind of found the heart of our story and we know a little bit about where our story is going, we have an idea of what the main conflict is going to be regarding. Like in my story, the main conflict seems to center around my heroine's lost love, essentially. So this is just going to help us flesh out that conflict, to give it more dimension, add meat to it, so to speak. And yeah, so please go ahead and shuffle your cards if you're following along with the video. And just start drawing however feels comfortable to you. Like I said, this is going to be 9 cards. So this is one of the longer spreads that we're doing through this challenge. And we'll go through each one by one. All right. So this particular deck came with 6 oracle cards that are included. Now, initially, I bought Madame Lulu's Book of Fortune not because I thought it was going to be an excellent tarot book. I bought it because I didn't really know how to read these oracle cards, and I was reading them intuitively, but I was really wondering like what the creators were envisioning, you know, when they put these cards in here. Never did find that out because it's not in the book, but I still read these cards intuitively. This is the Tempest. And it answers the first question: why does your hero even care? Okay, so, you know, my hero probably cares about the conflict because they feel like, you know, their life has been in turmoil and chaos, and maybe her partner was that calm at the center of the storm that kind of kept everything away. Maybe her partner was that safe refuge from the storm that she needed, and now she's exposed to all of the elements, and she's really trying to get that that feeling of safety and comfort back. So yeah, the Tempest. Question 2 is, what obstacles will your hero encounter? The Knave of Pentacles. Okay, so a person as an obstacle. You know what? I'm going to say that this is going to be some bureaucratic bastard that's kind of holding her purse strings, because remember we discussed that she's an heiress, but the time period that I want to set the book, inheritance was still really weird for women, depending on, you know, what country you were in and what provisions were made for you legally and yada, 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 yada. Women still didn't have the right to their own property or the right to inherit. Those weren't like universal things, and they were kind of very dependent on how things were set up, you know, for you to inherit. So I'm gonna say obstacle number 1, some fucking douche bureaucrat. I like that. Okay, question 3. What tools does your hero find to overcome those obstacles? Here comes the sun. Isn't this a cool sun card? Okay. So I'm going to take this in the sense that the sun is very illuminating, and it illuminates, you know, the truth of things, regardless of whether or not people want those things illuminated. The sun can also give you a sick fucking burn. So that's how she's going to overcome those obstacles. You know, maybe she's going to kill him with kindness a little bit, and maybe she's going to drop some truth and beauty bombs on him. And maybe when she leaves their encounter, she's gonna add a little pew to the pot, you know, just for good measure. Okay, question 4. What happens to raise the stakes? Ooh, hot diggity damn. See, this story actually is coming together really well. So I pulled the 7 of Swords, which has to do with being sneaky and stealthy and underhanded and being a thief, at least traditionally speaking. So, and since this seems to be regarding, at least so far, it seems to be regarding like her financial situation, some motherfucker gonna come in here and done be trying to like steal her shit. So obviously that raises the stakes when somebody attempts to, you know, get one over on her and make off with, you know, with what she has. So, ooh, maybe I'll even take it so far as to say somebody tries to steal her plane, because remember, my heiress is going to be a pilot. Okay. What is the urgency driving your hero? Ace of Swords. Sometimes I read the swords as having to do with time and awareness of time, because they deal with the intellect, with the mind, with things like that. And time is a human construct, you know. I feel like she's got this kind of mental pain going on. Like, this dude has a sword just driven straight through his fucking head. I feel like there's a ticking clock and a sword kind of hanging over her head, and or over her girlfriend's head. And as time ticks down, that sword gets closer and closer to doing some real damage. So, okay. Question 6. What uncertainty is there about the situation? 7 of Pentacles. The uncertainty here is, have I done enough? The 7 of Pentacles is about putting in the work on the front end without knowing whether or not there's going to be any payoff at the end of things. So, yeah, like, this is going to be a lot of self-questioning and wondering whether what she's done is going to be enough to overcome, and if the tools that she has, the skills, the knowledge, the passion, like, is that going to be enough to overcome, like, all of the obstacles in her path and help her to you know, get justice and or rescue, you know, her fair maiden. I haven't really decided what I'm doing with the girlfriend yet, whether or not she's going to be kidnapped or endangered or murdered or what. So we shall see. Okay. Where will your hero find a safe haven? So everybody needs a safe haven, and remember, we started with the Tempest card. We talked about her partner being that safe haven at one point. In most stories, you know, your hero does at some point during the story need a soft place to land to kind of like gather their strength and their allies and their tools, and then, you know, push forth. Kind of, usually it comes about right before like the final battle. So where is our safe haven? Ooh, I love it. The Tower. Okay, so I love this because there's a couple of towers that I can choose to have her like hide out at. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe Tower of London. I mean, she is a pilot, so she can go anywhere in the world, and that just kind of tickles my my fancy right now. So maybe we'll go Tower of London. But check out this Tower card; it's so beautiful. And if I ever do deck reviews, I really just want to pull that card back out and gush over it, but I'm trying to keep these videos kind of a bite-sized length. Okay, what's gonna happen to threaten her place of sanctuary? Because, you know, like, safe havens don't last for very long when somebody's out to get ya. Okay, I pulled the 6 of Wands. So somebody's been tracking her down, hunting for her. You know, they've been casting, I don't know if you can see, but my little clown dude, he's holding a bunch of fishes. So somebody has been throwing out bait, throwing out lines, like just trying to reel in that information on her, and tick tock, you know. So, number 9, what inner turmoil is your hero experiencing? Oh, see this process, it's so good. It's all coming together. The inner turmoil is the Two of Cups, which, like, the Lovers are great and all, but the Two of Cups is my couples card. I'm sorry, my cat's being an asshole. He's currently in my sink trying to lick clean my dishes, which is disgusting, and he's the worst cat. Anyway, the Two of Cups is I don't like terms like soulmate and things like that, because I feel like in the metaphysical community they get misused and abused quite often. And don't get me on a tear about the twin flames bullshit, but this is the soulmate card to me. It is, because it's two hearts coming together, genuinely making that strong emotional connection. It's an equal partnership, and I love the depiction in this deck. So yeah, like, that's the inner turmoil that she's experiencing. She has found her perfect person, she's found her perfect half, and now she stands to lose that. And if you've never been in a position like that, you know, you will do just about anything not to lose the person that you love, especially if it's been a lifelong search to find them. So, yep. That brings us to the end of NaNoWriMo Tarot Day 7. I'm so glad that you guys all joined me. Don't forget to join the Divination Guild on Facebook, where I'm posting these videos and kind of hosting the challenge this year. Also, follow me on Instagram and Facebook at East of the Moon Tarot. And if you feel so called, I have to get asshole cap fixed next month and get my natural gas tank filled, and it's my birthday month, so car registration and license expiring, and the holidays are coming too. So if you feel so called, drop me a tip. My thing is paypal.me/TEA is for tarot, all spelled out. TEA is for tarot. Yeah. Thanks for joining me.